Lava. Lava's cozy adventure in Chicago. It was a crisp, gentle spring morning when the two sisters found themselves by the shores of Lake Michigan. The city of Chicago was stirring softly in the background, its skyline standing tall and majestic against the first light of dawn. Cobblestone paths stretched around the lake, glistening faintly with dew, their rustic charm untouched by the hum of cars or the rush of city life. The world felt peaceful, a rare stillness that only early mornings could bring. Wrapped in soft blankets, the sisters sat side by side on the cobblestone, gazing out at the water. The lake sparkled like a sheet of liquid diamonds, reflecting hues of orange, pink, and pale blue from the awakening sky. Their orange kitten, Lava, was perched nearby on the lake's edge. Her tiny paws were daintily placed on the ground as she stared at the rippling water, mesmerized by the soft, rhythmic waves. Every now and then, her ears would twitch as the sound of a bird's chirp or the rustling of leaves reached her. She seemed as captivated by the serenity of the moment as her humans were. The sisters sipped on warm coffee from thermoses they had brought, the steam curling into the crisp morning air. They talked softly, their voices blending into the tranquil atmosphere, sharing dreams, memories, and plans for their day in the city. Despite their excitement for exploring Chicago, neither of them was in a hurry to leave this perfect moment. Around them, the cobblestone paths were bordered by budding flowers in soft shades of yellow and lavender, heralding the arrival of spring. The absence of cars and the presence of nature made the space feel like a hidden world, a Chicago that only they, and perhaps a few early risers, were lucky enough to experience. The sunrise painted the sky in brilliant colors, and the reflection on the lake seemed to bring the sisters closer to the magic of the day. Lava, growing braver as the morning wore on, stretched her little body and took a few curious steps closer to the water. She pawed gently at the edge, her movements careful and deliberate, as if she, too, was savoring the magic of the moment. The sisters watched her with soft laughter, their hearts full. This was their Chicago, a version untouched by chaos, filled instead with quiet beauty, connection, and a sense of home. As the sun climbed higher into the sky, the warmth of its rays spread across their skin. They knew they would carry the memory of this morning forever, a perfect blend of simplicity, peace, and the love they shared for each other and for Lava. With the day stretching ahead of them, the sisters gathered their things, ready to explore the bustling streets of Chicago. Lava, content and sleepy, hopped into her little carrier, her bright orange fur catching the morning light one last time. As they walked away from the lake, they turned back for one final glance, the sparkling water, the serene cobblestones, and the skyline of the city they had come to cherish. It was a moment etched in their hearts, a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful adventures begin in the quietest places. Lava's birthday on Hawaii. It was a day brimming with joy and adventure as the two sisters boarded their flight to Hawaii. Flying in business class felt like a dream. The wide, comfortable seats had already been transformed into beds layered with soft blankets and plush pillows. Lava, their spirited orange kitten, was nestled between them, her small body curled up in the coziest corner of their makeshift bed. Today was an extra special day. It was Lava's birthday. As the plane soared through the sky, the sisters celebrated quietly. They had a small birthday hat for Lava, which she wore for just long enough to capture a picture. They whispered stories of what awaited them in Hawaii, the luxurious cat wellness spa hotel with its serene terrace overlooking the ocean, the promise of relaxation and indulgence for all three of them. Lava, blissfully unaware of the specifics, purred contentedly as if sensing the excitement in the air. The flight attendants couldn't help but smile at the sight of the little family. Lava basked in the attention, her fur glowing under the gentle cabin lighting. The sisters sipped on sparkling water and nibbled on gourmet treats as they watched the clouds drift by, dreaming of the adventures to come. After landing in Hawaii, the trio made their way to the Cat Wellness Spa Hotel. It was every bit as magical as they'd imagined. The terrace, adorned with soft loungers and swaying palm trees, opened up to a breathtaking ocean view. The sound of waves crashing below mixed with the salty breeze created a sense of peace that was unmatched. Lava explored her surroundings with wide, curious eyes, her tail flicking happily as she padded across the warm wooden deck. The hotel had prepared a special birthday surprise for Lava, a tiny cake made of her favorite treats, and a cozy bed lined with fresh lavender. The sisters couldn't stop laughing as Lava sniffed at her cake, her whiskers twitching before she happily dug in. It was a perfect moment, the kind of memory they knew they'd hold onto forever. The next morning, just as the first rays of sunlight kissed the island, the sisters and Lava embarked on a hike through Hawaii's lush, vibrant landscape. The air was cool and fresh, carrying the faint scent of flowers and earth. Lava trotted ahead, her adventurous spirit guiding them along winding trails surrounded by towering trees and bursts of tropical blooms. The hike led them to a hidden waterfall, its cascading waters glimmering in the soft morning light. The scene felt like something out of a storybook, a private paradise revealed only to those willing to seek it out. Lava approached the edge of the pool below the falls, dipping her paw cautiously into the clear water. Her playful splashes filled the air with tiny droplets that sparkled like gems in the sunlight. The sisters joined her by the water, their laughter mingling with the gentle roar of the falls. They marveled at the beauty of the moment, the serenity of being surrounded by nature, and the simple joy of watching Lava explore the world around her. The kitten, now their fearless guide, seemed perfectly at home among the vibrant greens and golden light. As the morning wore on, they began their descent, the ocean coming back into view through breaks in the trees. The promise of a relaxing afternoon back at the spa hotel awaited them, but for now, they savored every step of the hike, every breath of fresh air, and every soft meow from Lava. It was a day of celebration, discovery, and connection, a reminder that the most precious moments often came from simply being together, surrounded by beauty and following the lead of their adventurous little Lava. Hawaii had welcomed them with open arms, and the journey had only just begun. Lava's first Christmas in the Swiss Alps. It was a magical Christmas season, and the two sisters, Anna and Nora, decided to make it one to remember by taking their beloved orange kitten, Lava, to the snowy wonderland of the Swiss Alps. Despite the blanket of snow covering the ground, the weather was surprisingly warm, and the sun shone brightly, making the entire day feel like a dream. The trio had found the perfect spot, a secluded snowfield surrounded by towering pine trees and stunning mountains, their peaks glistening in the sunlight. They started their day early, just as the first rays of dawn painted the snow in golden hues. Anna brewed fresh coffee over a small fire they had built in the middle of the snowfield, while Nora prepared Lava's gourmet breakfast. The little kitten's whiskers twitched with delight as she devoured her meal, clearly ready for the adventures to come. Their first activity of the day was sledding. Lava, perched proudly on her tiny sled, meowed in excitement as she zoomed downhill. Each time she reached the bottom, her enthusiastic meow more had the sisters laughing and eagerly pulling her sled back up the hill. This cycle continued for hours, with Lava's joy fueling their energy. When it was time for a break, they gathered around the cozy fire. The sisters roasted chocolate bananas, their rich, sweet aroma blending with the crisp alpine air. They sipped on steaming mugs of hot chocolate, while Lava enjoyed her special kitty treats. The fire crackled cheerfully, adding to the warmth of their laughter and the magic of the moment. Later in the afternoon, as the sun began to dip lower in the sky, they set up their Christmas celebration. They chose a beautiful pine tree on the edge of the snowfield and adorned it with candles and handmade decorations they had brought along. Lava, always curious and clever, proudly placed her own paw print ornament on a low branch. When it was time to open presents, Lava revealed the gifts she had secretly prepared for her family. She had knitted a soft, cozy hat for Anna, a scarf for Nora, and matching gloves for both of them. The sisters were touched by her thoughtfulness and proudly wore their paw-made gifts, beaming with pride at their talented little kitten. Lava, in turn, was thrilled with her own presents. She received a luxurious cat bed lined with the softest fabrics, a new playground complete with climbing posts and hiding spots, and an assortment of delicious treats and toys. Her tiny paws couldn't seem to decide which to explore first, much to the delight of her human companions. As the stars began to twinkle in the clear night sky, the family gathered around the glowing tree. The fire still burned warmly, casting a golden light on the snowy landscape. They shared stories, laughter, and the joy of being together in such a breathtaking place. Lava curled up in her new bed by the fire, her purrs blending harmoniously with the gentle crackling of the flames. It was a Christmas unlike any other, filled with love, adventure, and the cozy magic of the Swiss Alps. As they gazed at the mountains illuminated by moonlight, the sisters knew that this day would forever be etched in their hearts, a reminder of the joy found in simple pleasures, shared moments, and the boundless love of their little Lava. Reunion with Lava's siblings in Japan. The sun rose gently over the serene Japanese lake, its golden rays casting a soft glow through the morning fog. Cherry blossoms swayed lightly in the breeze, their petals falling like confetti onto the water's surface. In a cozy wooden cabin nestled among the trees, Anna and Nora were busy preparing for a special day. Today, they were celebrating Lava's Gotcha Day, a day of joy, adventure, and togetherness with all of Lava's siblings. Lava, the spirited orange kitten, was joined by her two orange siblings, one of whom had an angelic halo and delicate white wings that seemed to shimmer in the sunlight. Her black sibling with piercing green eyes looked on curiously, while her other sister, mostly black with patches of fiery orange, flicked her tail in excitement. Each kitten wore a pink knitted scarf, lovingly made by the sisters. Their destination was the shimmering lake surrounded by cherry blossom trees. The kittens explored every corner of their surroundings, paddling in the water, climbing cherry blossom trees, and even discovering a hidden cave nestled among the rocks near the lake. Inside the cool cave, they met a shy but playful black and white Japanese kitten who quickly became a part of their joyous group. The highlight of Lava's adventure came the next day when she was interviewed by a Japanese girl for a prominent cat journal. The girl, a kind and curious reporter, wanted to know all about Lava's life with Anna and Nora. Sitting comfortably on a cushion with her pink scarf neatly tied, Lava began to share her story. "I'm living the most amazing life," Lava purred. "I cuddle with my mom Anna and my aunt Nora every night, nibbling on their ears while purring for comfort. In the mornings, I have the most luxurious kitten food. I travel with them to incredible places, and at home, I have my own playground. I love being carried in the baby towel on Anna's stomach, having breakfast in bed with them, and climbing curtains to catch little bugs." Lava paused, her whiskers twitching as she added, "I also enjoy bouncing on the trampoline, gardening with the plants, and drinking from my baby milk bottle. Oh, and I have glasses, too. My favorite adventures are exploring the closet at home. Every day is filled with love and fun." The reporter listened intently, scribbling notes and smiling at Lava's heartfelt words. Lava concluded, "I love my mom and my aunt. I wish every kitten could be brought up in a family as loving, adventurous, and kind as mine." The story made the front page of the Cat Journal, accompanied by a stunning photograph of Lava and her siblings playing at the Japanese lake, taken by the reporter during their interview. The article celebrated the bond between Lava and her human family, inspiring readers across Japan to cherish their feline companions even more. Lava's hidden book in New York City. The hum of the plane's engines was a soothing backdrop as Anna and Nora settled into their first-class seats. Beside them, Lava, their beloved orange kitten, lounged in her very own plush bed, complete with a fluffy blanket and a perfect view of the sky from the window. Her pink scarf was tied neatly around her neck, and her whiskers twitched with excitement. This was no ordinary trip to New York City. This was a mission of immense importance. Lava had uncovered an extraordinary secret passed down through her lineage that could change the world. Her great-great-grandparents, visionary feline scholars, had written a book that held the secrets to human-cat communication. This book, hidden for decades, had been carefully concealed in the New York Public Library. With a map from her own cat mother as their guide, Lava, Anna, and Nora set out to retrieve it. As their plane descended into the bustling metropolis, Lava gazed out the window at the sprawling city below. The sisters could feel her anticipation. "We'll find it, Lava," Anna assured her with a smile. Nora nodded, clutching the small, weathered map that would lead them to their destination. The next morning, armed with the map and a backpack filled with essentials, the trio ventured to the Grand New York Public Library. Its imposing facade loomed before them, and Lava purred softly as they stepped inside. Marble floors gleamed under their feet as they made their way through the hushed hallways, past towering shelves of books. The map led them to a hidden staircase tucked behind a massive bookshelf in the library's rare book section. But as they descended, they encountered their first challenge. The staircase ended abruptly in a wall. Lava meowed, her tail flicking with determination. Anna and Nora searched for a clue, finally noticing a series of cat paw imprints etched into the wall. Lava placed her paw on the largest print, and the wall slid open, revealing a secret passage. Inside the passage, they faced more obstacles, a labyrinth of twisting corridors, riddles written in cat paw glyphs, and even a playful, mischievous tabby guardian who tested their resolve with a game of hide-and-seek. With Lava's guidance and the sisters' quick thinking, they navigated each challenge, drawing closer to their goal. Finally, they reached a grand, dimly lit chamber lined with ancient books. At the center, atop a pedestal, lay the hidden book. Its cover shimmered with gold lettering, The Art of Understanding and Speaking Kaddish. Lava hopped onto the pedestal, her eyes gleaming with triumph. "We did it," she exclaimed in her perfect, soft voice. Back at their cozy apartment in New York, the sisters began learning from the book with Lava's patient instruction. Within weeks, Anna and Nora could meow, purr, and even chirp fluently. The bond between them deepened in ways they had never imagined. With the knowledge from the book, they decided to share the gift of interspecies communication with the world. They returned home and built a unique school for human cat lovers. Classes filled quickly as people from all walks of life came to learn the ancient art of speaking Kaddish. Lava became the star instructor, her pink scarf now a symbol of wisdom and love. Anna and Nora, fluent in Kaddish, were the perfect co-teachers. The school became a haven for cats and their human companions, forging connections that transcended words. As for Lava, she was proud to continue her family's legacy, knowing she had brought a new kind of understanding to the world. And every night, as she cuddled with Anna and Nora, nibbling their ears and purring softly, she felt the contentment of a mission accomplished. Lava's Venetian voyage. It was a golden autumn afternoon when Anna, Nora, and Lava arrived in Venice, the city of canals, gondolas, and hidden treasures. They had come on a new mission this time to uncover the mystery of La Chiave di Gatto, or the Cat's Key. Legend had it that this key unlocked a secret vault in a centuries-old Venetian palazzo, containing priceless cat artifacts and a journal written by a feline artist who had lived alongside the great masters of the Renaissance. Lava, as always, was the centerpiece of their adventure. She wore a small red velvet cape embroidered with gold, her official, detective look, as she perched on Anna's shoulder, surveying the labyrinthine waterways of Venice. The trio's first stop was the Rialto market, bustling with the chatter of vendors and the aroma of fresh produce. While Anna and Nora gathered clues from a friendly historian, Lava made her way to the fish stalls, charming the vendors into sharing their secrets and a few tasty morsels. The clue they uncovered led them to a centuries-old library tucked away on a quiet canal. Inside, the scent of aged books filled the air as Lava hopped gracefully onto a massive oak desk. She pawed at a dusty map of Venice, which revealed the location of La Chiave di Gatto. The map directed them to a forgotten garden on the edge of the city, accessible only by gondola. Their gondolier, Marco, was as enchanted by Lava as everyone else. He regaled them with stories of Venetian cats who once roamed the city as guardians of its treasures. Lava listened intently, her whiskers twitching with curiosity. When they reached the secluded garden, overgrown with ivy and roses, Lava leapt from the gondola, leading the way. In the heart of the garden stood an ornate marble fountain, its basin empty and dry. Lava examined it closely, sniffing and pawing at the intricate carvings. Suddenly, she tapped a hidden mechanism, and the fountain shifted to reveal a small, gilded box. Inside was the fabled cat's key, glittering in the golden light. The key led them to the palazzo mentioned in the legend. Its grand doors creaked open to reveal a gallery filled with cat-themed art, sculptures, and artifacts. At the center of the room lay the journal, a beautifully bound volume with pages of drawings, musings, and tales from a Renaissance cat who had witnessed history unfold. Lava seemed to purr with recognition, as if she had found a piece of her own story. The sisters and Lava spent the rest of their trip exploring Venice, celebrating their discovery with gelato for Anna and Nora, and tuna treats for Lava. As they glided through the canals under a starlit sky, Lava looked up at Anna with her sparkling eyes, as if to say, "Where will we go next?" The Venetian adventure was another chapter in Lava's ever-growing legend, a story of curiosity, courage, and the unbreakable bond of family. Acknowledgements. Dear readers, writing Adventures with Lava has been one of the most extraordinary journeys of my life, and I couldn't have done it without the love and support of so many wonderful beings. First and foremost, to my family, Anna, my amazing mom, and Nora, my beloved aunt, thank you for filling my life with endless love, cuddles, and adventures. Every page of this book carries the warmth of our bond, and I'm so grateful for the joy we share every single day. To my publisher, who believed in a little orange kitten's dreams, thank you for giving me the platform to share my stories with the world. Your encouragement means the world to me. To Mila, my wise and wonderful cat mentor, thank you for your unwavering support and for being such a thoughtful reviewer of my work. Your guidance and companionship have been a gift. To my kitten siblings, who bring laughter and mischief to my life, you've colored my adventures with your playful spirits, and this book wouldn't be the same without you. To all the incredible humans and animals I've met along my adventures, thank you for inspiring my stories and showing me the beauty in every corner of the world. Your kindness and friendship will forever hold a special place in my heart. And lastly, to my mom, Anna, my rock, my best friend, and my everything, I love you more than words can express. This book is dedicated to you, for you've given me the greatest gift of all, a life filled with love, wonder, and a sense of belonging. With all my love and purrs, Lava. About the author. Lava, the brilliant orange kitten behind Adventures with Lava, is not just an ordinary feline. She's a storyteller, adventurer, and beloved daughter of Anna. Born on May 19, 2024, in the scenic town of Ktten, Lava's natural curiosity and charm quickly made her a cherished member of the family. From a young age, Lava demonstrated an extraordinary gift for storytelling, weaving her personal experiences into tales that inspire, delight, and connect readers of all ages. Her unique perspective as both a cat and an explorer brings an irresistible charm to her writing, allowing her to capture the magic of everyday life and the beauty of the world around her. Fluent in Kaddish, Swiss German, and English, Lava often chooses to write and publish her works in English to reach her growing international fan base. Her stories transcend borders, resonating with readers across the globe who find joy, comfort, and adventure in her tales. When she's not writing best-selling books from her cozy home in Ktten, Lava enjoys lounging on Anna's bed, playing on her custom-made jungle gym, and sharing snuggles with Anna and her Aunt Nora. She also loves teaching humans how to speak Kaddish, bridging the gap between her two worlds with humor and warmth. Lava's debut collection of short stories has captivated readers and critics alike, earning her a well-deserved reputation as one of the most talented feline authors of her time. With a paw on her typewriter, her multilingual charm, and her heart set on her next adventure, Lava continues to inspire readers around the globe. Sparkles embark on a journey of love, laughter, and adventure. Sparkles. From the lush tropical paradise of Hawaii to the serene beauty of the Japanese countryside, and from the bustling streets of New York City to the snowy magic of the Swiss Alps, Lava the Orange Kitten takes readers on a heartwarming journey of discovery. Alongside her loving human family, Anna and Nora, Lava explores hidden waterfalls under starlit skies, naps under blooming cherry blossom trees, searches for legendary treasures in grand libraries, races down snowy slopes by festive Christmas trees, and soaks in the tranquility of spring mornings by Chicago's Lake Michigan. Every page is filled with moments of joy and adventure, from cuddles on first-class flights to playful escapades in secret caves, all tied together by Lava's insatiable curiosity and the deep bond she shares with her family. As Lava unravels mysteries and makes new friends around the world, she reminds us all of the beauty found in life's simplest moments and the magic of unconditional love. A delightful celebration of love, adventure, and the magic of pets. Lava's journey is an ode to the unbreakable bond between humans and their furry companions. The New York Times. A perfect collection of tales that will warm your heart and whisk you away to the most enchanting places. I couldn't put it down. Mila, Lava's proud elder sister cat. A masterpiece that reminds us of the beauty of life's little moments, from cuddles on a first-class flight to snowy escapades in the Alps. A must-read for all ages. Cat Lovers Monthly. Lava's adventures are an inspiration. Her zest for life and her ability to bridge the worlds of humans and cats made my heart swell. This book is a treasure for cat lovers everywhere. Japanese Cat Journal, Aiko Tanaka, reporter. Sparkles celebrate life's adventures with Lava and discover how one tiny kitten can teach us the greatest lessons about love, courage, and joy. Get ready for a journey you'll cherish forever.